All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Get a Clue podcast. I'm your host, DeAndre Boychuk. I'm here with my co-host, Chase Arnold. We got a bit of a slower week this week, kind of post-deadline lull, I guess you could say. Um, I guess I'll let Chase tell you what we're talking about today.
Yeah, we're just going to touch on our team and player of the week, go back into that after the Olympics here. And just biggest NHL news, not much has happened since the deadline, but couple points, couple talking points, and maybe we'll answer some Instagram questions if we got some in earlier today as well.
Do you wanna fire us off with your player? Do you want to go team of the week first?
Yeah, I'm going with the basic one. Usually I go pretty weird, but I'm going with the Colorado Avalanche. Um, After the trade deadline, they are the number one team. They have earned that spot back, and I just don't even think it's a competition anymore. I mean, okay, clearly it's a competition, but there is a clear one in my mind now, and they look pretty deadly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with not the most obvious, but I guess obvious the second most obvious, the Dallas Stars. I mean, did take their first loss. I think in 12 games, I want to say, and it was to Colorado. Obviously, it was 3-2, I think, in overtime or the shootout. Actually, McKinnon scored that nasty goal. Those two teams, top of the league, looking good post Olympics. Also,
Yeah. Shout out Buffalo as well, another team that I considered, but I think I've used them a couple times. Yeah, they look unreal. Their stats recently have been off the charts.
yeah, I think since getting that new coach, they played 33 games, and I want to say they're like, I think it was 28, 5-2 or something like that since that new, or 26, 5-2, sorry, since that new coach came in. So,
Yeah.
yeah, unreal. Special shout out to them too.
Yeah, and I guess first piece of news, just
Oh, wait, we gotta
before.
go players.
Okay, fine. We were just talking about Buffalo, and
Oh, okay, fair. No, we're good.
uh,
You can go into it.
no, let's go player. I like players better. Let's.
I thought you just forgot about the players.
No, I'm just excited to talk about this Buffalo situation.
Yeah, it's finally getting exciting there.
Yeah. My player of the week, is a tough one for me. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between a few guys. I'm not gonna lie. I got like three guys on my list that I really like. I'm gonna go Matt Duchene out of Dallas. His last
Like,
10 games, he's
uh,
got I think 15, 16 points. Um, he's been on an absolute tear, absolute legend. I mean, also I said he was American last pod, so that was pretty embarrassing. I don't know how I got him and someone else mixed up, but um, yeah, I mean that's my player of the week. I think he's been absolute nails, and he's always been disgusting his whole career.
yeah, my player of the week. Um, it's an easy choice for me this week. This is a guy who had preseason. I said was going to be the runner-up for the Calder Trophy. He's finally starting to get hot. Jimmy Snuggerud. He's been lighting it
Yeah.
up. I think he's got 6 points, 2 points apiece in his last three games. It's kind of been popping off a little bit in the other games too, post Olympic break, and yeah, finally starting to get going. He's kind of flying under the radar a little bit. He hasn't been like that Seneca, Schaefer, Demidov level Calder, but yeah, I just want to give a shout out to him. He can be my player of the week.
Yeah, he was on my list too. He has 13 in his last 10, which is pretty impressive. Point per game. I mean, if he can stay like that, he's gonna be a good player.
So when we go into this first Buffalo news you got,
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to talk about this scrap we got. Darlene and Hagel. I mean, I don't know what's up with Darlene. He gets into a lot of situations where he's getting his ass kicked. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm missing something. Is he like secretly really dirty, or do guys just not like his hair? I don't.
man, I don't know. It's too. I mean, he is a chippy player. Like he's not. I don't even think you could say he's a quiet physical guy anymore. He's really stepped up his physical presence over the last 2, 3 seasons in Buffalo, especially since taking on a greater leadership role when he got the captaincy. So, oh, maybe he's just running players from behind and the cameras aren't getting it. But
Yeah.
yeah, Hagel. I think he ended up with a 5K fine out of that. I don't know if there was any games, but yeah, it was a crazy game, crazy situation.
Yeah. Also, that game ended 8-7, I think.
Yeah, Josh Doan won it.
Yeah,
I was gonna
it was
pick him up
pretty
in
cool for a
fantasy.
while because they went up 6-7, and it was all over Instagram because of the obvious. Um, yeah, but I mean, it's pretty. That was a sick game. I didn't catch the whole thing. I caught the third period there, but yeah, it was pretty insane.
Yeah, I think they were. I can't remember exactly how it went, but somebody was up big in the game. Like if one of the teams had a 4-0 lead, I believe, at one point, and then it was a comeback, and then it was like 6-4 comeback. It was just back and forth. I really wish that we would have got that game here.
Yeah. Also, while we're talking about Buffalo, shout out to our guy Zach Benson. I love that guy, man.
Oh,
He has slowed down his point production a little bit, but he is just a nail gun. I mean, when Tage Thompson got hit by Orlov
yeah, that was
there, I mean, Benson just went right at his
it's
hands and then took his head out. And it was like, this is a 5'8"
it's the
player.
yeah, no, and Benson's one of those guys where you want to have him on your team.
Yeah,
Like you said, like his point production has taken a little bit of a hit, but when he's not putting up points, he's doing shit like that too. So
yeah,
it just brings the team morale up, and I love to see it in Buffalo. I really, really hope that nothing fucking catastrophic happens like it is in Buffalo, and they end up somehow missing the playoffs. But
yeah.
I would really like to see them go on a run. I also, we're on the topic of Buffalo. I seen this thing yesterday. It was this old tweet from 2011. I want to see your opinions on it. It said that this guy, he was talking to his psychic, and they said that Buffalo was going to win. The Sabres were the 26 Stanley Cup champions,
Wow,
and the Bills were going to win the 27 Super Bowl. What are your
wow.
thoughts on that?
I mean, the Bills aren't gonna win shit, so. But they are looking pretty good. The Bills look pretty good. The Sabres could. I mean, they're a good enough
Yeah,
team that it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not like they're an outlier. But no.
yeah, I agree.
But I had a good conversation with our friend Jeremy. We were talking about Benson. We were sending some videos back and forth about him, and uh, he actually said something that I kind of liked. He kind of said that Benson kind of gives him Marchand vibes, which
Mm.
I love. Like I think he could be our new kind of Marchand there in Buffalo, and yeah, I think that's a really good player comp actually.
Yeah, I agree too. I've heard that a little bit as well. I don't know, maybe it was from Jeremy also, maybe it was somewhere else, but I even remember kind of looking at Brad Marchand's early point production in his career, and he was kind of on that same trajectory as Benson. Like people forget when Marchand came into the league, he wasn't that 100-point guy. Like it really took him not till the end of his career, but I mean, those last few years he had in Boston, there were his best seasons point wise. Like he was kind of that quiet 25 to 40 point guy for a little bit there in Boston, but he was still like playing that just chippy, mean role and played a big role in, what was it, their 2011 Stanley Cup, I think it was. He was pretty young then. So, yeah, I like that comparison and hope Benson just continues to grow. Buffalo's got a lot of young talent there that if they develop properly, the team could be dangerous for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I was saying how I can't wait for them to trade Benson for a fifth round pick.
No, and then he'll win a cup.
Yeah. What kind of
Um,
what news do you got?
yeah, I just got to pop off. I don't know if my screen's still looking good here or
Yeah,
not.
you're looking great.
I got to take this news just because, I mean, I was so happy yesterday. Nick Schmaltz got the deal done,
Yep.
8 by 8. I was a little on the fence about the trade. I mean, it is a long term for a player that is 30. It will take him until he's 38. And I mean, $8 million is a lot for a player that, I mean, his career high is 63 points. But apparently, I've seen today that the cap is projected to go up 30 million over the next 3 years, which is, I mean, if it does go up 30 million in the next 3 years, 8 million won't look like that much in the long haul. So,
Yep.
I mean, I think we talked about it last pod or maybe a couple pods ago. I think 6.5, 7 seemed like there would have been a perfect number, but you know what, 8, I'll take it. I'm just happy he's locked up in Utah. He's been playing great there. They're building, and he's going to be a key piece of that team for the next couple of years. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I think the term is my bigger issue. I think 8 million I
Agreed.
can live with. I kind of had him at that 7.5, just looking at how players are getting paid nowadays. But
Mhm.
um, yeah, I think the term is really the issue. But when you think about just how teams operate now, they kind of like to hand out these big contracts and then Like, he probably won't play till he's 38, if we're being honest. He probably plays
No,
till he's 36 and maybe sits on LTIR for 2 years. So,
exactly.
I mean, it works out. It's the same way like Toronto when they signed Tanev, it was like a super long term deal for a guy that was already 34. Like, he's not going to
Mhm.
play till he's 46. Like, obviously it's not that long, but you know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah.
it's just to add more value to their contract and probably give him a little bit less money. I think Schmaltz might could have probably got 9 if he went to the open market, just based on how teams pay guys.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 100%. I agree. I think he would have got 9 on the open market at minimum too. One other thing that just concerns me a little bit with this contract is I think he's got the same. I mean, mind you, it was signed before all this cap talk and whatever, but I think he's on the same deal as Gunther now,
Mm-hmm.
which I think in give it 3 years, it's going to really look like quite odd that those two are going to be making the same money on similar terms. So,
But do you think
like, I think
Gunther's
Gunther.
do you think Gunther's going to look like a steal, or do you think Schmaltz is going to look bad, or both?
I
Because I'd say
I
that
feel
Gunther
like
contract is a steal now.
oh, I agree 100%. Like the Gunther contract is without a doubt is going to be a steal. I just think, like, especially give Schmaltz, like when Schmaltz hits like 34, 35, and Gunther's had like the last few years of those contracts, and maybe Schmaltz is kind of sitting around maybe that 40 points a season, and Gunther's kind of tiptoeing with 50 goals. I mean, then you know what I mean. Then it's going to look real odd. Just both of those guys making 8 mil on the books.
Yeah. So Gunther's he's got 6 years left at 7.15. So his
Damn, I
contract's
really thought he
even
had 8.
like that is like a really good contract.
Damn, I really thought he had 8. That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what did Cooley get? Cooley got
Cooley might have got 8 by
yeah,
8 then.
which also a really good
Or no,
contract I
Cooley
think.
got like 9 point something, I think.
No, 8 by 10,
8 by 10? Okay.
10 mil, yeah, which pretty decent.
That makes sense. Yeah, Cooley looks like he's going to be a stud one day. But I wanted to go to the next piece of news here. I want to hear your thoughts on it just because it's kind of more so a team that kind of had some good news for my team, and we'll go into some good news for one of your teams here. The Ottawa Senators are getting their draft pick back.
Yeah,
I know it's
crazy.
not like your number one team, but just kind of a background team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly why they're getting the pick back. I didn't really look too much into it, but
Yeah,
it's going to be great for them.
I kind of read up on it, so.
Okay, perfect. What was the stipulations there?
So basically they didn't think that so they get the last pick of this first round. They don't get their pick back. They just get the very last pick. And it's basically just because they didn't think it was fair because they had a management switch. So obviously they've been in talks with Ottawa and the league.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I think basically it's just like it's a more fair outcome. They switched management as that Dodonov's situation was going down, and there was clearly just a lack of communication between the management switch there, and yeah, I think that's the only reason. I think it is more fair that way. I think a first round pick is a pretty big deal to just have one mess up in the last however many years of your franchise. I mean, if you're a repeat offender, I guess, but yeah.
Well, especially looking at like the value that first round pick can have. Just not even if you use it, but just trade wise too. Like holds a lot of value. So yeah, losing it's big. So glad good for them to get it back.
Yeah. So there was some other rules too, like if they win the lottery, then their pick is moved to I don't. There was some weird like they redo the lottery or redo where their pick ends up. I don't know. It didn't make much sense because it sounded like it was just going to be the last first round pick, but
Gotcha.
yeah.
What else did you have for news this week?
Shoot. I had something. I can't remember what I had written down here.
I can go into my next point too if you want.
Yeah, I mean, I got some smaller stuff, just some Detroit stuff. Larkin's going to miss 2 weeks, and Kopp as well, which that's fine, but I think there's been a lot of injuries recently. That's kind of the main thing. Just a lot of guys missing a couple weeks here and there, and I think Detroit's going to take a big hit here this next couple weeks without Larkin and Kopp. Those are two of their top 3 centermen, so I could see them having a tough couple weeks here.
Yeah, that was kind of a piece of news that I had, was just the amount of injuries. It seems like post-Olympic breaks, everyone's either, like, even just missing games. Like, O'Reilly missed a game here. Like, yeah, week-to-week stuff. Like, obviously Crosby's on, like, a little bit of a longer injury thing. Kind of seems like he's back in skating. But, yeah, a lot of teams, this is just not the ideal time where you want players going down. And hopefully in Detroit's case, like, losing Larkin is a big piece. But, I mean, he is, what was it, 2 weeks? So I really don't see a world where just losing Larkin is going to do that much damage to Detroit in their playoff picture. I think, obviously, Lucas Raymond, we've ranted and raved about him a lot on the pod. I think he's obviously a guy who can step up and help keep them in that spot. And Mo Seider, too. I think that could be the future captain of the Detroit Red Wings. So
Yeah.
he's really going to be stepping up now.
Yeah, and Perron still hasn't laced up for them either, which is unfortunate.
But yeah, then I guess while we're talking about Perron, that's a good gateway because he hasn't laced up, but I bet you damn near in his first game, I guarantee he's going to have a goal or an assist because all these new players, it seems like, have been making an impact on their new teams right away. Scott Laughton scored for the Kings the other night. Nick Waugh had a goal in his first game. Kadri had an assist in his first game. Doc had an assist in his first game. The list goes on and on. Connor Garland's been great in Columbus. I was just going to ask you, I don't think we've seen, not in recent memory maybe, where just this many like smaller trades have been working out so well for teams just right away, where these guys are kind of potting goals and getting the monkey off their back instantly. I know I had a bigger list of names of players that got moved that scored their first point with their teams in either their first or second game, but yeah, it's great to see.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all these guys are making impacts. Like even like I think of like a Logan Stanley. His first game in Buffalo, he gets in a fight and he wins the fight. I'm pretty sure he won the fight. But yeah, I don't know. I think teams are just getting really good at figuring out exactly what they need, and just going for that. I mean, a lot of them, like, there weren't a huge amount of big trades, but a lot of the trades were impact players that can play for you right when they get there. And I mean, yeah, they've all been really good. I can't think of one that's been bad yet. I don't think. Like, has Nick Waugh been good in Colorado? I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, he scored his first game. I forgot to highlight Mangiapane. He scored in his second game, I think, with the Hawks.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's been great to see.
I like that now, like, all the teams that sold too are like moving closer into the lottery too, like Winnipeg and Toronto. Like, I know Winnipeg's kind of been good recently, but those teams are gonna have a good chance in the lottery now with their team becoming weaker.
Yeah, 100%. When this was speaking of the lottery, it's perfect because this is a little piece of news I wanted to bring up too. Is what are the possibilities of Toronto ending up with the top 5 pick and getting to keep their pick this year? I mean, do you think that the rest of the season they should just kind of tank it out and try and retain that pick? I personally, if I could predict what's going to happen, I think Toronto's going to end up with either the 6th or the 7th pick. Just knowing them, they're going to have to forfeit it.
It would move to next year, I think.
Yeah, then who would get it? I can't remember.
I think Boston would.
Yeah. So, I don't know, just kind of the position that Toronto's in. Do you think that tank mode has to go on?
Yeah, I think so. I think my take right now is Toronto's going to end up third pick. I think they get Keaton Verhoff. I think that's going to be the obvious third pick right now. I think the two forwards are kind of battling for that one spot.
I have a question. Say if you're Toronto and you get the second overall pick, just somehow it happens, McKenna goes number 1. If you're in Toronto's position, are you taking Stenberg, or just knowing the defensive kind of screwery that they're in right now, they don't have many great defensive prospects, do you go Verhoff here?
Yeah, I'd still go Stenberg. I think their management has shown that they can build a really good defensive core. When you think about how good that defense was in their little playoff run there, I mean, McCabe, Tanev, OEL, Riley's okay, Carlo. I mean, it's a good D-core. When you look at their forwards, that's their real problem right now. I know they have skill, but I think Stenberg would actually be a pretty good fit there. I'm not gonna lie.
I like it.
What do you think? What do you think they would do?
I don't know. I was kind of thinking about it last night a little bit. I really don't know. I feel like it would just be, yeah, it's so hard to say. Like, it just kind of depends on the direction that, like, if they did end up with that second overall pick, I guess it just kind of depends on the direction they want to go. Because I think if they were to take Stenberg, they would kind of want to try and get into that playoff mix, into that kind of cup contention again.
Yeah.
But if you go Verhoff, I think maybe you're looking at developing him a little bit longer. Because I don't think Verhoff's going to be a right away kind of half a point a game player, maybe, but we'll see. He's kind of slowed down a little bit in the last half of his college progression here. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a toss up for sure, but
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Yeah, fair.
I really, yeah, I don't know. It's so hard between the, like, I feel like Stenberg's just gonna go number 2 regardless of who gets that, or maybe even number 1. I feel like the number 1 and 2, like you said, are kind of locks, and especially since Veroff has kind of slowed down a little bit in the second half. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the top 3. Obviously, we've been saying that for a while, but I'm curious what order they'll go in.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Later, bro. What else do you got for news? I'm running low.
I got just one other little point here. Then I just got just some playoff stuff to highlight. Last point is Matthew Schaefer. The impact that this kid is having in Long Island has been unreal. I kind of seen a little thing about it the other day about how Braden Shen wanted to waive his NMC just to go there, just because of obviously Schaefer was a big drawing factor and everything. So, yeah, just kind of wanted to give a shout out to that. And
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of obviously maybe some question marks throughout the whole season was how much praise that the kid is getting, and if it was going to be a true attraction for other players in the off season to want to sign there and stuff. And I mean, obviously it's showing because players are saying it already. So it's great to see for the Long Island natives.
Yeah, I would love to get to a point where after guys get traded, we can just ring them up. Like I remember watching that trade deadline show when Braden Shen gets traded, and then they call him onto the show, and I mean it's just really cool to hear from those guys. Like a lot of them don't want to get traded, and they got families, they got homes, they got kids on hockey teams in schools, and it's tough. I mean, I don't think people realize how hard it is for a player with a full no trade to pretty much waive it to try and win, right? Like, it's not an easy decision. That's why lots of guys didn't go on trade deadline. I mean, Parayko, he didn't want to go to Buffalo. He likes it in St. Louis. I mean, it's really hard. It's really, really hard to balance that will to want to win and just that family life that they got.
Yeah, no, exactly, 100%. And I mean, it is tricky too. Like I was thinking the other night, like the whole like just looking at the Parayko situation where he doesn't want to waive his NMC, just kind of stays in St. Louis. Is like from a general manager perspective, you're probably thinking like, son of a bitch, like we had a good we wanted this package in return, and he's staying now. So I mean, we obviously talked about it last pod, but I think you got to get to a certain point to be able to have a full NMC. And
Yeah,
somebody like Colton Parayko will obviously want to cup there and everything, but I don't know if that guy should be having a full no move clause and stuff like that. So that's just my opinion on the whole situation. But yeah.
Yeah, they definitely need some new rules. I think I think that it will come to a point eventually where we're just gonna have everyone on a team with a no move, and the NHL will step in and do something. It's the same with like pick protections. This is kind of unrelated, but in the NBA, they're trying to fix the pick protections because it makes trading so complicated. And I don't think they need to overcomplicate trades with all these no move clauses. And you can go to specific teams, but they pick the teams that literally can't trade for you, and it makes it impossible. So, yeah, I think the NHL will step in eventually, or they have to. They have to eventually because it's going to get out of control. If it's bad now, it's going to only get worse.
No, exactly. Yeah, I kind of wanted to just highlight the playoff picture right now. I don't know if you recently looked at the standings or anything like that, but the Pacific Division right now is an absolute shit show. I think the Anaheim Ducks are sitting first in that division right now, and I think they're 14th maybe in the league, 13th. So
Wow.
yeah, nobody right now in the Pacific Division would even make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. While in the Eastern Conference right now, I think I actually said on the one pod, I meant to say the West. I actually said the East, but the East is an absolute dogfight right now. Like it just seems like any team can step in and kind of make a move.
Yeah.
Obviously, a couple of the bottom teams are right out, but yeah, it's going to be quite a playoffs year. I feel like yeah, like you said it lots before. Like the West is just so top heavy, and the East is just so balanced. It's going to make for a very interesting playoffs here.
Yeah, I mean the East is just I mean there's so many teams that can make it. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like so stacked just top to bottom, but no like S tier kind of teams like the West has with the Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota even like all those teams would probably be the best team on the East and yeah, it's a cool concept though. I kind of like it. I like that they're different. I don't want to see a team on both sides that's top heavy. I like how it is. Honestly, it's pretty fun, and I mean, like the first round matchups are gonna be crazy in the East. Like all these teams are like identical records. Like right now, I think it's Buffalo, Detroit. I mean, you could sway me either way. I'm a Detroit fan, but Buffalo's been so good. I mean, Tampa, Montreal. Either way, Pittsburgh, New York Islanders. Like these are fun series, really fun series. Whereas the other side, it's kind of a little bit more obvious who's going to win in my mind.
Yeah, no, exactly. I agree 1,000%. And I think another nice thing, like just kind of going off if these were to be the playoffs today, there's just a lot of new teams that are kind of making a step into the playoffs or teams that haven't been there for a long time. Like just in the West, you have Anaheim, Utah, and Seattle.
Yeah.
Obviously, they haven't been there in some time. And then you go to the East, and obviously Detroit is looking to break their drought. Same with Buffalo. Pittsburgh hasn't been in the playoffs for a couple of years, so just some brand new faces coming into the playoff picture, and it's just refreshing to see.
Yeah, I was wrong about Seattle, man. I don't know if I'm a Seattle hater or what's going on. I just this team does not look like a team that should be in the playoffs. Am I crazy? I don't. It doesn't look good
No,
enough.
you're not.
I mean,
I agree. I agree 100%. Like
yeah,
even at the start of the year, like I know we didn't have the pod right at the start of the season,
yeah,
but I would have slotted Seattle in the bottom five without
yeah,
a doubt
for
for the
sure.
whole league. And yeah, it's crazy to see what they're doing. Like even we got to give a shout out to Jordan Eberle.
Oh yeah.
He's been on fire lately
And
in
they got so
Seattle. He's been playing
yeah.
awesome.
They got so many players that we both like too. Like
Oh, I
it's
want
just
to
a
give
weird team.
I want to give a quick not condolences because he didn't die or anything like that, but just speedy recovery to Jaden Schwartz. I mean, I don't know if you've seen him get the boot to the face. That
Yeah,
was
that was scary.
like people were ranting and raving online about like players need neck guards. I mean, a neck guard wouldn't have done anything in that situation. It caught him right across the face. So I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but hopefully he'll be back in the lineup soon.
Also, I know it wasn't on purpose, right? But it is just a little strange to me that lots of this stuff happens when Nick Cousins is on the ice. Um, I mean, guys like I mean he's a flailer, you know. He tried to sell the hit a little bit, and he kicks his leg up. I know he's not trying to kick him in the face. I'm not saying that, but that's what happens. I mean, I don't like guys that flail their arms when they get hit or flail their legs. I mean, it's just dangerous. It's very dangerous. You catch a guy in the leg, you cut his leg. You catch a guy in the face, you're out of the league. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that kind of thing because he didn't get hit very hard, but he definitely sold the hit.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, Nick Cousins has a bad reputation around the league already. I think he was at the start of the year. He won the poll for the most punchable guy in the NHL. So
Yeah, I'd punch him if I
yeah,
saw him.
it goes without show. But yeah, I mean, besides the bottom four in the East, and I mean, obviously the West is just kind of whatever right now. It's going to be quite a flash finish, I think, for that last wild card spot. You got like Detroit, they're kind of in the first wild card spot right now with Larkin hurt. I hope they don't take a drop, but this would be the time for some teams to try and pop up and kind of get going in there. Ottawa is a few points out. Columbus is a few points out. Even Philadelphia and Washington, if they can get, I really think Washington's going to take a hit in this last little bit. Just,
Yeah.
I think the team morale's down without Carlson and Ovechkin kind of saying he's not sure if this is going to be his last year now because of that and everything. It's just, I really don't see them kind of slotting in there. But yeah, you got a good race in the Eastern Conference right now for that final wild card spot.
Yeah. Um, I wish we did have the pod right at the start of the season because I feel like I had hot takes that if I say them now, people are gonna be like, "Oh, you were just saying that," but like, not even hot takes, but just like you know how every year new teams come into the playoffs and new teams leave. Like I had
Mm-hmm.
Washington out this year, and
Mm-hmm.
like I had them out. I had all these other teams coming in. I did have Ottawa being a lot better. I did have Toronto being a lot better. Um, I definitely didn't have Boston in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, it's just very open. It's very very open, and I'm excited for the start of next season where we can kind of because I think it's a stat where every year it's 3 to 5 teams are different in the playoffs, which is crazy. Um, but yeah, I think I don't know, even Utah. Like I was really high on Utah this year, and I mean you were too, obviously, and it's good to see them in. And I don't know, I'm excited for playoffs. Every matchup just looks really fun. Besides Colorado, Seattle.
Even that series is just cool, just for the
Yeah.
what's it called? Just to see the two I like both the
Yeah.
jerseys on the ice at the same time.
Fair. Yeah. Yeah. It's like
But yeah,
the Division 1 and Division 2 team. You know.
no, yeah, exactly. It's even like predicting like the awards at the start of the year too. Like obviously, I mean this year you would have been pretty safe for the Hart Ross
Yeah.
and everything. I mean those ones are pretty out there. But like even the Rookie of the Year award, I don't think there would have been a single person this year that would have had Beckett Seneca
Maybe.
in their favorable thing. He was like I think he didn't even make the roster until it was whatever. There was like that kind of viral video right before where he found out he made the team like kind of right before they flew out or whatever for the first game right after preseason there. So yeah, for him to kind of jump into that picture, and obviously like you look at the Vesna picture too with the goalies this year, it's like that's kind of been a toss up too. So yeah, it's super interesting when you get to go back from the predictions from the start of the year to kind of see where they're at now, because there's always new things happening, new players emerging. Like Celebrini, nobody would have predicted him to be in the Hart conversation this year. He's obviously kind of out of that Hart Ross race now, but yeah, super interesting. Super excited for see how the predictions go next season.
Yeah. You got anything else NHL news or? I got nothing.
No, I think that's it. It was yeah, pretty dull week this
Yeah.
week. We were talking before. It's kind of the first week we've hit during the Get a Clue season, I guess, that there hasn't been much news this week. Like every week it's either been like Olympics, trade deadline, just kind of a lot of stuff going on, rumors, and obviously not too much for the rumor mill now, and just kind of ride it out till playoffs, and hopefully the next few weeks get a little more exciting.
Yeah. Fair. Are you gonna take part in March Madness this year or what?
What is it like doing the bracket?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, come
I don't even know
on.
who's good.
You gotta make some brackets. What if you win?
Man, maybe I'll make some, but I don't know. I'm gonna need your assistance.
I
Who's
got
the
you.
good teams? BYU?
No.
No, they got that guy though.
Yeah, they do have that guy. So yeah, they could win it all. No, I don't know. I think that's always like my favorite time of the year. Those games are just like electric. Every game is a buzzer beater, feels like, and to see an underdog win,
I
it's
got
pretty
a,
cool.
I got a good, interesting question to ask you. I just thought of now. With the whole NIL stuff and everything, has it fucked with the March Madness tournament at all? Like, are the good teams like just winning because they can recruit with more money now and stuff? Does that make sense, or is it kind of too new for it to? No, there's still upsets and all
It's
that.
it's still kind of this. I mean, we haven't really seen a full tournament with NIL like last year, obviously, but this year is obviously way bigger. But every team just seems like the top teams seem a little bit better, but more even to the other top teams. Like there's no like one team that's standing out this year because they've had everyone stay. But the one thing is, teams are very different now with the transfer portal being so popular and like 4 or 5 years ago, your senior class would have had 12 people in it, right? 12 players on the team would have been seniors and they would have done their whole career there. Where now it's like they did their senior nights a couple weeks ago and it's like 1 or 2 players and that's it. The like 1 or 2 guys stuck out their whole career there and um it's just kind of crazy. It's crazy to see like how it's affecting sports, like the transfer portal and NIL and stuff.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I even heard that kind of those two top prospects for this NBA draft were they want to stay in college because they might end up making more money next year than if they were to go to the NBA for their rookie year. I don't
They
know if that's true because what it,
they're stupid.
yeah,
I mean that like you're not gonna make more money than being drafted. They just I think I don't know. It's so weird because even NFL
uh,
QBs prospects do that, and it's like, okay, go have fun
I don't
making
know.
8 million in NIL when you could have had 25 million guaranteed.
Was that, and you don't have the stress of schooling either. Like you
Hmm.
don't got to worry about keeping up your like. I never understand the whole like especially if you're gonna be a top pick. I never understood why players want to go back. Like I get it, you love college and all that, but I mean, fuck. At some point, you just gotta grow up and go to the pros. Like you don't gotta
Yeah,
worry about school, making more money. Um, you're still getting treated like
and
first
you can do
class.
school while you're in pros.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
yeah, even there was a QB
Better.
that went back to school, Dante Moore. He was projected to go second overall this NFL draft, and he went back to school. So if he gets injured,
Yeah,
he's screwed.
well, exactly. Yeah, like that's so crazy to me. And well, while we're on the topic of football, I just wanted to ask you something about the NFL. Crazy news. What's your take on the whole Max Crosby situation?
Yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I think it worked out for
Do you
the
think he's gonna
Ravens.
get?
Do I think what?
Do you think, do you think Crosby's gonna get traded somewhere else now?
Once he's healthy, I mean, they don't really have much of a choice. I mean, they could trade him now, but they wouldn't get as much, obviously, now. Um, but yeah, I think it worked out for the Ravens. They get their first round picks back, and everyone was kind of panicking, like, "Oh, this sucks for the Ravens. Why would they do this?" And then they signed Trey Hendrickson, who is a top 10 edge rusher. He's no top three guy like Max Crosby, but you keep your picks, and yeah, I think that worked out for them. And the Raiders are in a weird spot because they spent like 200 million in cap, and now they don't have enough cap space. So um, I don't know. It's gonna be strange. So we'll find
Yeah,
out.
I seen this video. Like it was talking about like the Tom Brady mastermind behind setting up Mendoza for a good career, and it
Mm.
was like they went and signed like the number one center or something like
Yep,
that,
yep. Tyler
and like
Linderbaum.
some
Yep.
other yeah, and like some other pieces and whatnot. And I was like, oh shit. And then obviously this Max Crosby thing happened, and then it was like, oh dang, they might be like really really good in a few years, and
Yeah,
then
yeah. Their offense looks
yeah,
crazy. If they, I mean, even thinking about next year, if the Raiders end up with the number one pick, they could take Jeremiah Smith, who's the best wide receiver prospect ever. Like, it's not even close. Like,
really,
people would have drafted him maybe in the top three as a freshman, and now he's going into his junior season because you can't get drafted any earlier. And um,
where does he play?
he plays at Ohio State. He's insane.
And he's the
I
number one
mean,
receiver prospect ever.
ever,
Holy
ever.
shit! I
Um,
heard about this.
I I mean I think that's consensus. Maybe there's people that beg to differ, but he's like a Julio Jones kind of like day one kind of guy. Um, yeah, so definitely. I mean, check out some Ohio State next year because he's a competitor too. Like their first training day was a couple days ago, and he just like laid out a defensive back. Like he's huge.
Okay.
Like he's a monster. So um, yeah, I mean, if they get Jeremiah Smith somehow and have Mendoza, Jeremiah Smith, Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, that offense could be disgusting.
Yeah, that could be nasty,
Defense is
actually.
still terrible, but we'll worry about
Fair.
that later.
So the Edmonton Oilers of the NFL, they need to score 45 points
Yeah,
to win.
yeah, that's the Dallas Cowboys. But yeah,
But yeah, I think that's it for everything on my side.
yeah. Let's go Hurricanes this weekend. We got a rec tournament, so we're gonna go out and win that. And
Oh, that took me back. I was like, what the fuck? It's
yeah, not
Carolina playing?
Carolina. Sorry. Yeah, Hurricanes out here.
Let's go.
Tournament time. We got a bunch of APs coming because one of the games we got no one showing up. So we got some APs. We got a Jeremy coming out. We got a Liam. But yeah, that's all I got.
But yeah,
Good app. Enjoyed that.
yes. Please follow, like, subscribe, engage, do everything you can.
And
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, that was a fun episode for what we could do. Um, Also, Fridays, Mondays, shorts. Like and share the shorts. We got shorts coming out Mondays and Fridays. Let us know what you think. If they're funny or if they're dumb or whatever. If you hate them, tell us so that we don't post them, you know? Uh, but yeah, shorts Mondays and Fridays. Sorry to cut you off. Just wanted to give a schedule update.
Yeah, go like all those. Please post, follow, subscribe, like. You know what to do. Until next time,
Get a clue.
get a clue.